Hello everyone, this is CJNovo92 and today we're back with another brand new video. Today's video we're here to discuss the absolutely infuriating draw with Hibs. Obviously it finished 1-1. We're not going to do any of the intro stuff today because I'm absolutely sickened by that second half performance. Just giving away all the good that we did in the first 45 minutes on the football side of things. We'll discuss that with Fanny embarrassing Scottish football later on, but on the footballing side of things, Rangers were absolutely brilliant in the first half, carving Hibs open left, right and centre, but just not taking their chances. And the exact same performance that we did the last time at Easter Road, so good going forward, creating chances but just not taking them. The Hibs goalkeeper stepping up, making save after save after save, and then they go down the park and end up scoring. And guess how many points we're left with that day? 1. Guess how many points we leave with this time? 1. I mean, I don't even know where to start with this actual video because we had so many bottlers in the team. You've heard the phrase Hibs it, but Rangers bottled it in that second half. That referee bottled it the entire game. I mean, it just gets shitter. It's like, where do they get these guys for? Are they picking them up? Is someone pulling out and they're calling up, putting up Facebook messages just asking if anyone can come ref a game? Because he can't be trained, because he was utterly garbage. And no, I'm not trying to blame the referee for Rangers dropping points, but he's certainly done his best to keep as many Hibs players on the field because, Jesus, how the hell did Darren McGregor not get sent off for that elbow? I mean, you could ask how Sam Cosgrove wasn't sent off for the elbow 3 or 4 days ago in Barisic, but that's here or there. But you know the refs are in Rangers' favour. That's what you see clickbaited everywhere by fans of rival teams. The refs have Rangers back. Well, where does it start to come into play? Like, genuinely, where? I mean, our first goal comes from a laughable mistake by the referee. The linesman puts his flag up, right, when Hibs were actually attacking. It was Hibs' attack. They passed him. He's offside. The linesman correctly raises his flag for offside. The referee looks at it, overrules that, and then lets the attack commence. All right, Rangers obviously break up. I think it was Goldson that clears it. Rangers end up doing a counter from the referee's mistake. Run up the park. Daniel Candeias tries to cross it, just like he did the entire 90 minutes with a shit cross. Anyway, it rebounds back to him, but he takes a touch inside and actually shows a minute of quality by curling it into the top of the net with an absolutely beautiful finish. But where did that goal come from? Inconsistency by the ref and linesman. They're not on the same page. I mean, what chance has Scottish football got when they can't even get that right? What's even more ironic by this referee is he overruled the linesman when he was correct, but when Alfredo Morelos was going through on goal with Ryan Kent, a 2-on-1 situation, the linesman flags for offside, and it wasn't offside, but the referee agrees with him when the linesman's incorrect. Scottish football, ladies and gentlemen. But like I said, I'm not blaming the referee. Rangers certainly shot their foot because they should have been 3-4, maybe even 5-0 up by the time that Hibs obviously equalised late in the second half. And I'm not even making this up, right? I'm not just doing it because it's the referee, but their goal came from a clear foul on Tavernier at the edge of the box. No, I'm not kidding. It's that sickening. Tavernier's inviting the challenge, yes, but is it a foul? Yes. The guy gets none of the ball, gets all of the man. Tavernier goes down, referee waves play on, and then Hibs, to be fair to them, it is a beautiful counter-attack. You look at it, pass, the two strikers split brilliantly. One of them goes out to the right, one of them spins in behind, knowing that Connor Goldson has no idea he's actually there, and it's a very, very good finish from Hibs, but it's coming again from a referee's error. Like, what chance have we got? But I need to say, our defending during the Hibs goal was absolutely horrific, right? Tavernier was obviously down because he was foul, so Candeias is running back and defending in the right back position like he does a lot of times, right? Hibs, like I said, very, very good counter-attacking move, but Daniel Candeias is tracking his man, but then stops and turns and looks up that way. So when the ball hits the back of the net, Daniel Candeias is facing that way. He's no longer tracked his man inside the box. He's stopped outside the box, turned and looked away. Connor Goldson's expecting someone to actually be there. I mean, you've got to ask the question why he never turned around and noticed no one was actually there in the first place, but he's standing in his position, trying to block the cross from coming in, expecting someone to be behind him. And there was someone behind him, by the way. It was a Hibs player with a free shot on the target. Like, when you take a step back and you look at it, Rangers had 3 shots cleared off the line. 3. They hit the bar with the last kick of the game. Morelos was just poor in front of goal. Like, I think he was through twice, and one he scuffed on the right hand side, and one he scuffed with his left foot. That's just so unlike him, especially this season where his conversion's actually been pretty damn decent. He should have put the game dead and buried. Scotty Arfield with his standard hit it straight at the goalkeeper when he gets his pullback. Is it just me? But how many times have you seen Ryan Kent run out wide, skin people, pull it back to Arfield with a free shot in the net, and he just hits it straight at the goalkeeper? How many times are they going to do it? Hit it another side, Scotty. So I'm pretty sure I said in the intro it was an absolute infuriating performance, and I probably should have ended the video right there with just those words, because after Hibs scored, right, Rangers just had no urgency, no just no one to step up and really take the ball and just drive it towards their goal. In fact, Hibs took over the game and probably could and should have ended it and scored a couple of goals themselves. From a pure dominant 4-5-0 victory on the cards to 1-1 draw where we're actually lucky to leave with 1-1. How do we do that? Rangers things. Now when the final whistle went, it was actually 6 shots each on target and probably a draw from, if you're a neutral, in fact you're maybe looking at saying a draw is probably a fair result, but you watch the first half as a Rangers fan, you're gutted you've not won that, and you watch the second half as a Hibs fan, you're probably gutted you haven't won it. But anyway, later on in the game, Darren McGregor was actually sent off correctly, just 80 minutes too late. He obviously pulled Jermaine Defoe on, who kind of spinned past him as running towards the goal. It was a clear yellow card and the referee actually got that one right. Just a shame he booked someone for a sending off that should have already been off the field, but anyway, swings around the boots. Now there was supposed to be 3 minutes added on time and it was just absolutely nuts because all this handbag stuff, like you can clearly see the players losing their composure and getting involved in silly stuff. They should have just put that ball down and played, but they get involved with the Hibs player, let them wind them up, get inside their heads. They're arguing handbag stuff for around about 2.5 minutes. So we end up taking that set piece, it gets cleared away. I believe it went actually out for a goal kick. But anyway, about 10-15 seconds later, the Hibs player actually bottles it. Ironically, Hibs it when he should have put Kambiri through on goal. But anyway, turned back, tried to pass back to his defence. Kent reads it very well, pushes the ball up forward. We end up getting a free kick in a very, very dangerous area. And you think to yourself, just please put it in the back of the net and we'll chalk that performance off. And to be fair to Andy Halliday, he absolutely pings it beautifully and ends up hitting the bar. And the sound of the ball hitting the bar is just the perfect summary and just the last dig right in your gonads, just to remind you why you're a Rangers fan, and it's never easy. So that was the actual football game all wrapped up. Now obviously there's an incident that we need to talk about. It's just an absolute embarrassment to Scottish football. This Fanny running on the field and taking a swipe at Tavernier. Tavernier obviously shoves up, looks him right in the eye, and you can see the boy, he absolutely shites himself, and he's like, oh, someone's actually looked up to me. I thought I'd have been cool in my wee hoods and my wee black jacket. I'm cool, look at me. I run on the field. Like, I honestly didn't ken who I'm more disgusted by, the absolute Fanny for running on the field and taking a swipe at Tav, or the Hibs security team. 3 or 4 days later, in fact, within the same week, a Hibs fan threw a bucket bottle at a Celtic player, the same side. They're able to run onto the field and take a swipe at Rangers within the same week. I mean, that guy was right up to Tavernier. He could have had a weapon, he could have had a knife, he could have had a spoon, he could have had anything to attack Tav with. And what they doing? Just sitting there with their big jackets on, just chilling out. Sort your shit out, Hibs. It's absolutely embarrassing. Rangers gets enough flack for everyone. The press all seems to jump on it, but you just seem to get away scot-free. This incident better be highlighted because it's absolutely disgusting. That ball could have easily connected with one of the Celtic boys' heads and caused a serious injury. And like I said, that guy could have had anything on him when he ran onto Tav, and what they all doing standing watching it happen. But anyway, that's the last I'm actually going to say on the Fanny. We're going to move on and just ask for you guys now to get your thoughts and opinions on the actual game down in the comment section. What did you think of the overall performance? I thought the one player that really stood up throughout the entire game, by the way, was Glenn Kamara. He was kicked from pillar to post by everyone. Stamps by Gray, who should have been sent off as well for his numerous challenges. The referee just managed to book him for a horrific challenge on Morelos, even though he kicked Jack, he kicked Kamara, he just seemed to kick everyone. But anyway, Glenn Kamara, again, I thought was brilliant throughout the entire 90 minutes, but something needs to happen on the Rangers side of things. Gerrard maybe needs to inject more subs into the game, because this waiting until the opposition scores before we make changes is really starting to hurt us. I thought 5 minutes before they scored, I know it's easy to say in hindsight, but you could see the goal coming. That's when you make the change in the midfield, freshen up, and maybe that goal doesn't happen because we've got fresher legs to actually track back and stop the counter. But anyway, that's all hearsay and hindsight, but it was just something on my mind, and that's why I wanted to actually bring it up. But now it's time to hear from the people on Twitter. I'm not sure how this one's going to go, so if you don't like foul language, I'd probably skip this part. But anyway, let's start off with the people's opinion. And it comes from Sam. He says, dominant. Should have won 5-0. Should have had 2 penalties. Hibs should have had 4 men sent off. What did we do? We absolutely Hibsed it. R. Smith, 6090, writes, I need to find a way to start Morelos and Defoe. These chances we miss that Defoe would score is absolutely shocking. Dominant Dockery writes in, Hibsed it. Callum Costa writes in, speechless. I wish I could be speechless, mate. Reece James and Tav writes in 2 words, utter shite. True Blue 72 says, same old story again, CJ. Don't know why Stevie won't make subs sooner. Yeah, it's a bit frustrating. But again, if we had hung on to the 1-0 win, it would have been all fine and dandy. So it's one of these ones you just don't know where to actually go with it. Drogo writes in, there's a tear in my beer. I wish I could be drinking later on. Sharp Div writes in, ref missed 3 reds for them. Morelos poor conversion tonight. Tav's head went after the attack. Poor use of subs as well. Hibs were absolutely scum. And I think the third red card he's actually talking about is McNulty with a horrific challenge on Goldson. And then he had one later on as well. I know Goldson gave him one back, but that is genuinely a leg breaker. So I think the 3 he's talking about is McGregor, Gray, and then obviously McNulty as well for the horrific challenge. And the last 2 or 3 that we'll actually read out writes in, Al F, he writes, Mugs, far too slack, final ball was awful, we can blame the rest, but we should be pointing fingers at ourselves also. Yeah, that's what I'm doing, and I hope that's how the video comes across. I'm not blaming the referee, by the way. I know he played a part in the overall game, but it's a game that Rangers should have put to bed a long time ago. I mean, we had so many chances, it's actually disgusting. Rock and Roll Elvis writes in, we are a 45-minute team, Kamara is a legend. The last one we read out comes from Jamie Johnson, who just shows a gif of the guy from Scrubs smashing his head off a door. Lucky him. Anyway, that's me all done and dusty. You've heard from the people. Hopefully you've got involved in the comment section below. And if you don't mind hitting the like button, because you can imagine the flack and hate this video is going to get, that'd be absolutely tremendous as well. I've been CJ Over 92. Thanks so much for watching, and bye-bye.